CLEP English Literature Last Minute Review. Question 1. Examining a CLEP-style clue. If a poem uses a 14-line lyric poem usually written in iambic pentameter, which device is present? Option A. Epic. Option B. Foreshadowing. Option C. Caesura. Option D. Sonnet. The correct answer is option D. Sonnet. Sonnet fits because it means a 14-line lyric poem usually written in iambic pentameter. Foreshadowing and caesura refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Epic is also different. Ballad is a song-like narrative, epic is long and heroic, essay is nonfiction prose. Question 2. Considering a CLEP-style clue, which author is most closely associated with A Midsummer Night's Dream? Option A. Charlotte Brontë. Option B. Mary Shelley. Option C. William Shakespeare. Option D. Kazuo Ishiguro. The correct answer is option C. William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because A Midsummer Night's Dream is a comedy that mixes lovers, fairies, mistaken identities, and theatrical play. Mary Shelley is linked to Frankenstein, Charlotte Brontë is linked to Jane Eyre. Kazuo Ishiguro points instead to The Remains of the Day, so it does not match this clue. Question 3. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, can a CLEP item about Joseph Conrad point to which work? Option A. North. Option B. The Fairy Queen. Option C. Heart of Darkness. Option D. To His Coy Mistress. The correct answer is option C. Heart of Darkness. Heart of Darkness fits because it is Joseph Conrad's work, a modern novella exploring imperialism, moral darkness, narration, and ambiguity. North is associated with Seamus Heaney, The Fairy Queen is associated with Edmund Spenser. To His Coy Mistress belongs with Andrew Marvell, not this author clue. Question 4. Testing a CLEP-style clue, should Ode to the West Wind be matched with which writer? Option A. William Shakespeare. Option B. Lord Byron. Option C. Salman Rushdie. Option D. Percy Bysshe Shelley. The correct answer is option D. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Percy Bysshe Shelley fits because Ode to the West Wind is a romantic ode that treats nature as destructive, creative, and revolutionary power. Salman Rushdie is linked to Midnight's Children, Lord Byron is linked to Don Juan. William Shakespeare points instead to Hamlet, so it does not match this clue. Question 5. Among these writers, who is linked to the Pilgrim's Progress? Option A. John Bunyan. Option B. Lord Byron. Option C. Charles Dickens. Option D. William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option A. John Bunyan. John Bunyan fits because The Pilgrim's Progress is a religious allegory that turns Christian life into a symbolic journey. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Charles Dickens is linked to Great Expectations. Lord Byron points instead to Don Juan, so it does not match this clue. Question 6. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, when a passage shows giving human qualities to an animal, object, or abstract idea, which term fits? Option A. Personification. Option B. Frame narrative. Option C. Pastoral. Option D. Motif. The correct answer is option A. Personification. Personification fits because it means giving human qualities to an animal, object, or abstract idea. Frame narrative and motif refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Pastoral is also different, metaphor compares unlike things, irony contrasts meaning and appearance, caesura marks a pause. Question 7. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, spotting that third-person narration slips into a character's private language and thoughts should lead to which term? Option A. Free indirect discourse. Option B. Frame narrative. Option C. Mock epic. Option D. Soliloquy. The correct answer is option A. Free indirect discourse. Free indirect discourse fits because free indirect discourse blends third-person narration with a character's inner voice, a technique important in Austen and later fiction. Soliloquy is wrong because soliloquy is a dramatic speech. Frame narrative and mock epic describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 8. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, select the term for a narrative in which characters or events carry sustained symbolic or moral meanings. Option A. Enjambment. Option B. Allegory. Option C. Free indirect discourse. Option D. Satire. The correct answer is option B. Allegory. Allegory fits because it means a narrative in which characters or events carry sustained symbolic or moral meanings. Satire and enjambment refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Free indirect discourse is also different, metaphor is a shorter implied comparison, realism imitates ordinary life, caesura is a pause inside a poetic line. Question 9. Studying a CLEP-style clue among these writers, who is linked to lyrical ballads? Option A. Chinua Achebe. Option B. Charles Dickens. Option C. William Wordsworth. Option D. T.S. Eliot. The correct answer is option C. William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth fits because Lyrical Ballads is a landmark romantic collection favoring ordinary language, nature, feeling, and imagination. T.S. Eliot is linked to the wasteland, Chinua Achebe is linked to things fall apart. Charles Dickens points instead to great expectations, so it does not match this clue. Question 10. If a poem uses a 19-line poem with repeated lines and 2 repeating rhymes, which device is present? Option A. Irony. Option B. Free indirect discourse. Option C. Enjambment. Option D. Villanelle. The correct answer is option D. Villanelle. Villanelle fits because it means a 19-line poem with repeated lines and 2 repeating rhymes. Free indirect discourse and irony refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Enjambment is also different. Sonnet has 14 lines, ode is a formal lyric, epic is a long heroic narrative. Question 11. Examining a CLEP style clue, can Christian help identify which work? Option A. The Pilgrim's Progress. Option B. Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option C. The Golden Notebook. Option D. In Memoriam AHH. The correct answer is option A. The Pilgrim's Progress. Christian is the allegorical pilgrim whose journey represents spiritual life. Gulliver is Swift's traveler, Hamlet is Shakespeare's prince, Prufrock is Eliot's anxious speaker. Question 12. Considering a CLEP-style clue among these choices, which one explains a passage where a passage uses unrhymed iambic pentameter in elevated drama or epic? Option A. Free verse. Option B. Ottava rima. Option C. Blank verse. Option D. Heroic couplet. The correct answer is option C. Blank verse. Blank verse fits because blank verse is unrhymed iambic pentameter, a form strongly associated with Shakespearean drama and Miltonic epic. Heroic couplet is wrong because heroic couplets rhyme in pairs. Ottava rima and free verse describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 13. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue among these writers, who is linked to the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock? Option A. Charles Dickens. Option B. T.S. Eliot. Option C. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option D. William Shakespeare. The correct answer is option B. T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot fits because the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock is a modernist dramatic monologue about paralysis, self-consciousness, and urban alienation. Charles Dickens is linked to Great Expectations. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Percy Bysshe Shelley points instead to Ode to the West Wind, so it does not match this clue. Question 14. Among these works, which one is by Seamus Heaney? Option A. North. Option B. Wuthering Heights. Option C. The Canterbury Tales. Option D. Dr. Faustus. The correct answer is option A. North. North fits because it is Seamus Heaney's work, a modern poetry collection often linked with history, violence, bog imagery, and memory. Wuthering Heights is associated with Emily Bronte, The Canterbury Tales is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. Dr. Faustus belongs with Christopher Marlowe, not this author clue. Question 15. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, identify the device described as a formal lyric poem of praise, meditation, or address. Option A. Tragedy. Option B. Epistolary novel. Option C. Tone. Option D. Ode. The correct answer is option D. Ode. Ode fits because it means a formal lyric poem of praise, meditation, or address. Epistolary novel and tragedy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Tone is also different, epic is long and narrative, satire attacks folly, ballad tells a story in song-like stanzas. Question 16. When Kazuo Ishiguro appears in review, which title fits? Option A. Mrs. Dalloway. Option B. The Importance of Being Earnest. Option C. The Remains of the Day. Option D. My Last Duchess. The correct answer is option C. The Remains of the Day. The Remains of the Day fits because it is Kazuo Ishiguro's work, a late 20th century novel about memory, restraint, class, and missed emotional truth. The Importance of Being Earnest is associated with Oscar Wilde. My Last Duchess is associated with Robert Browning. Mrs. Dalloway belongs with Virginia Woolf, not this author clue. Question 17. Among these writers, who is linked to Midnight's Children? Option A. Geoffrey Chaucer. Option B. Robert Browning. Option C. Salman Rushdie. Option D. Chinua Achebe. The correct answer is option C. Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie fits because Midnight's Children is a post-colonial novel using magical realism to connect personal and national history. Geoffrey Chaucer is linked to the Canterbury Tales, Robert Browning is linked to My Last Duchess. Chinua Achebe points instead to Things Fall Apart, so it does not match this clue. Question 18. Select the term for a figure of speech using a part to represent the whole or the whole for a part. Option A, tone. Option B, metonymy. Option C, synecdoche. Option D, free indirect discourse. The correct answer is option C, synecdoche. Synecdoche fits because it means a figure of speech using a part to represent the whole or the whole for a part. Metonymy and free indirect discourse refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Tone is also different. Metonymy uses association, simile compares with like or as, caesura is a pause in verse. Question 19. How would a clue about D.H. Lawrence most likely be answered? Option A, Tom Jones. Option B, Sons and Lovers. Option C, Things Fall Apart. Option D, The Pilgrim's Progress. The correct answer is option B, Sons and Lovers. Sons and Lovers fits because it is D.H. Lawrence's work, a modern novel of psychological realism, family bonds, sexuality and class tension. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan, Tom Jones is associated with Henry Fielding. Things Fall Apart belongs with Chinua Achebe, not this author clue. Question 20. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue if a poem uses the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem, which device is present? Option A, foreshadowing. Option B, enjambment. Option C, personification. Option D, rhyme scheme. The correct answer is option D, rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme fits because it means the ordered pattern of end rhymes in a poem. Enjambment and personification refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Foreshadowing is also different. Meter is rhythm, diction is word choice, imagery is sensory language. Question 21. Examining a CLEP-style clue among these writers, who is linked to the importance of being earnest? Option A, Oscar Wilde. Option B, Alexander Pope. Option C, Charlotte Bronte. Option D, Samuel Beckett. The correct answer is option A, Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde fits because The Importance of Being Earnest is a late Victorian comedy of manners built on wit, double identities, and social satire. Charlotte Bronte is linked to Jane Eyre, Alexander Pope is linked to The Rape of the Lock. Samuel Beckett points instead to Waiting for Godot, so it does not match this clue. Question 22. Considering a CLEP-style clue, which term describes drama that satirizes social behavior, courtship, class, and witty conversation? Option A, iambic pentameter. Option B, dramatic irony. Option C, comedy of manners. Option D, couplet. The correct answer is option C, comedy of manners. Comedy of manners fits because it means drama that satirizes social behavior, courtship, class, and witty conversation. Couplet and dramatic irony refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Iambic pentameter is also different. Tragedy centers on suffering or downfall, melodrama heightens emotion, epic narrates heroic action. Question 23. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, can you name the literary term for 5 iambic feet, usually 10 syllables with an unstressed stressed pattern? Option A, Bildungsroman. Option B, frame narrative. Option C, iambic pentameter. Option D, conceit. The correct answer is option C, iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter fits because it means 5 iambic feet, usually 10 syllables with an unstressed stressed pattern. Frame narrative and Bildungsroman refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Conceit is also different. Trochaic meter begins stressed unstressed, free verse lacks regular meter, Anapest has 2 unstressed syllables before a stressed one. Question 24. Testing a CLEP-style clue, when a CLEP-style passage shows that narration follows a character's flowing perceptions, memories, and associations, which answer works? Option A, stream of consciousness. Option B, comedy of manners. Option C, allegory. Option D, heroic couplet. The correct answer is option A, stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness fits because stream of consciousness tries to imitate mental flow and is central to many modernist novels. Heroic couplet is wrong because heroic couplet is a verse form. Allegory and comedy of manners describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 25. During character review, which work belongs with Victor Frankenstein? Option A, Frankenstein. Option B, Othello. Option C, King Lear. Option D, Jane Eyre. The correct answer is option A, Frankenstein. Victor Frankenstein is the scientist who creates the creature in Mary Shelley's Gothic novel. Robinson Crusoe is a castaway, Faustus makes a demonic bargain, Winston Smith belongs to 1984. Question 26. Tracing a CLEP style clue when James Joyce appears in review, which title fits? Option A, Hard Times. Option B, The Tempest. Option C, Ulysses. Option D, Ellie Mort d'Arthur. The correct answer is option C, Ulysses. Ulysses fits because it is James Joyce's work, a modernist novel associated with stream of consciousness, mythic parallels, and one-day structure. Hard Times is associated with Charles Dickens, Ellie Mort d'Arthur is associated with Sir Thomas Malory. The Tempest belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue. Question 27. Can Clarissa Dalloway help identify which work? Option A, Troilus and Cresside. Option B, Holy Sonnets. Option C, The Pilgrim's Progress. Option D, Mrs. Dalloway. The correct answer is option D, Mrs. Dalloway. Clarissa Dalloway anchors Woolf's modernist single-day novel of memory and consciousness. Elizabeth Bennet is in Austen, Tess is in Hardy, Belinda is in Pulp. Question 28. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, should Robinson Crusoe be matched with which writer? Option A, Lord Byron. Option B, Salman Rushdie. Option C, Daniel Defoe. Option D, T.S. Eliot. The correct answer is option C, Daniel Defoe. Daniel Defoe fits because Robinson Crusoe is an early English novel using realism, survival narrative, and economic individualism. T.S. Eliot is linked to The Waste Land, Salman Rushdie is linked to Midnight's Children. Lord Byron points instead to Don Juan, so it does not match this clue. Question 29. Studying a CLEP-style clue, how should a clue about alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture be classified? Option A, Romantic. Option B, Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option C, Modernism. Option D, Middle English. The correct answer is option B, Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Anglo-Saxon/Old English fits because it is commonly linked with alliterative verse, heroic loyalty, oral tradition, and a warrior culture. Middle English is different because Middle English is more closely tied to Chaucer, estates satire, and later medieval forms. Romantic and Modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 30. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, if you see Doris Lessing, which title should you remember? Option A, The Rape of the Lock. Option B, The Golden Notebook. Option C, The Pilgrim's Progress. Option D, Troilus and Cresside. The correct answer is option B, The Golden Notebook. The Golden Notebook fits because it is Doris Lessing's work, a post-war experimental novel linked with fragmentation, politics, identity, and women's experience. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan, Troilus and Cresside is associated with Geoffrey Chaucer. The Rape of the Lock belongs with Alexander Pope, not this author clue. Question 31. Examining a CLEP-style clue, recognizing Vladimir and Estragon points to which work? Option A, Heart of Darkness. Option B, Waiting for Godot. Option C, Holy Sonnets. Option D, Gulliver's Travels. The correct answer is option B, Waiting for Godot. Vladimir and Estragon wait through Beckett's absurdist drama. Hamlet and Horatio belong to Shakespeare, Jane and Rochester belong to Bronte, Gulliver and the Houyhnhnms belong to Swift. Question 32. Considering a CLEP-style clue, should Pride and Prejudice be matched with which writer? Option A, W. B. Yeats. Option B, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option C, Jane Austen. Option D, Thomas Hardy. The correct answer is option C, Jane Austen. Jane Austen fits because Pride and Prejudice is a novel of manners centered on courtship, class, irony, and moral judgment. Samuel Taylor Coleridge is linked to The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. W. B. Yeats is linked to The Second Coming. Thomas Hardy points instead to Tess of the D'Urbervilles, so it does not match this clue. Question 33. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue among these writers, who is linked to Dover Beach? Option A, Matthew Arnold. Option B, Jonathan Swift. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, Henry Fielding. The correct answer is option A, Matthew Arnold. Matthew Arnold fits because Dover Beach is a Victorian lyric often linked with religious doubt, melancholy and cultural uncertainty. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, Henry Fielding is linked to Tom Jones. Jonathan Swift points instead to Gulliver's Travels, so it does not match this clue. Question 34. Testing a CLEP-style clue, which term fits a passage where an image or idea keeps recurring and builds meaning across a work? Option A, motif. Option B, meter. Option C, theme. Option D, diction. The correct answer is option A, motif. Motif fits because motif is a recurring element that supports themes and patterns in a text. Theme is wrong because theme is the broader insight or central idea. Meter and diction describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 35. Comparing a CLEP-style clue when a review note mentions order, reason, decorum, satire, heroic couplets, and classical imitation, which period fits? Option A, neoclassical/18th century. Option B, romantic. Option C, Renaissance. Option D, modernism. The correct answer is option A, neoclassical/18th century. Neoclassical/18th century fits because it is commonly linked with order, reason, decorum, satire, heroic couplets, and classical imitation. Renaissance is different because Renaissance writing highlights humanism, drama, and exploration of individual ambition. Romantic and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 36. Tracing a CLEP-style clue during work matching, which title belongs to John Keats? Option A, Heart of Darkness. Option B, Beowulf. Option C, To His Coy Mistress. Option D, Ode on a Grecian Urn. The correct answer is option D, Ode on a Grecian Urn. Ode on a Grecian Urn fits because it is John Keats's work, a romantic ode meditating on art, beauty, permanence, and human transience. Beowulf is associated with anonymous Old English poet, To His Coy Mistress is associated with Andrew Marvell. Heart of Darkness belongs with Joseph Conrad, not this author clue. Question 37. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue on a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with Volpone? Option A, Ben Jonson. Option B, William Blake. Option C, T.S. Eliot. Option D, Geoffrey Chaucer. The correct answer is option A, Ben Jonson. Ben Jonson fits because Volpone is a Jacobean satirical comedy exposing greed, deception, and moral corruption. T.S. Eliot is linked to The Waste Land, William Blake is linked to Songs of Innocence and Experience. Geoffrey Chaucer points instead to the Canterbury Tales, so it does not match this clue. Question 38. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, could witty comedy of manners, political satire, and a renewed theatre after 1660 point to which literary period? Option A, postmodern. Option B, Restoration. Option C, Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option D, Romantic. The correct answer is option B, Restoration. Restoration fits because it is commonly linked with witty comedy of manners, political satire, and a renewed theatre after 1660. Anglo-Saxon/Old English is different because that period centers on heroic epic and alliterative verse. Romantic and postmodern point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 39. Studying a CLEP-style clue, how should a CLEP author clue for To His Coy Mistress be answered? Option A, Doris Lessing. Option B, William Wordsworth. Option C, Andrew Marvell. Option D, Lord Byron. The correct answer is option C, Andrew Marvell. Andrew Marvell fits because To His Coy Mistress is a carpe diem metaphysical poem that moves from persuasion to urgency. William Wordsworth is linked to lyrical ballads, Lord Byron is linked to Don Juan. Doris Lessing points instead to the Golden Notebook, so it does not match this clue. Question 40. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, how should a character clue about Hamlet be answered? Option A, Holy Sonnets. Option B, Preface to Shakespeare. Option C, Sonnets. Option D, Hamlet. The correct answer is option D, Hamlet. Hamlet is Shakespeare's Prince of Denmark in the revenge tragedy. Othello centers on jealousy, Volpone is Jonson's satire, Paradise Lost is Milton's epic. Question 41. Examining a CLEP-style clue on a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with the Second Coming? Option A, Mary Shelley. Option B, Geoffrey Chaucer. Option C, W.B. Yeats. Option D, Thomas Hardy. The correct answer is option C, W.B. Yeats. W.B. Yeats fits because The Second Coming is a modernist symbolic poem known for apocalyptic imagery and historical disorder. Mary Shelley is linked to Frankenstein, Thomas Hardy is linked to Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Geoffrey Chaucer points instead to the Canterbury Tales, so it does not match this clue. Question 42. Considering a CLEP-style clue, identify the writer normally connected with sonnets. Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, T.S. Eliot. Option C, Thomas Hardy. Option D, Robert Browning. The correct answer is option A, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare fits because sonnets is a sonnet sequence often tested for rhyme scheme, love, time, beauty, and mortality. Thomas Hardy is linked to Tess of the D'Urbervilles. T.S. Eliot is linked to The Waste Land. Robert Browning points instead to My Last Duchess, so it does not match this clue. Question 43. Among these terms, which one names two consecutive lines of verse, usually linked by rhyme or thought? Option A, couplet. Option B, simile. Option C, tragedy. Option D, free indirect discourse. The correct answer is option A, couplet. Couplet fits because it means two consecutive lines of verse, usually linked by rhyme or thought. Free indirect discourse and simile refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Tragedy is also different, octave is 8 lines, sestet is 6 lines, stanza is a larger grouped unit. Question 44. Testing a CLEP style clue, choose the work most closely linked with Alexander Pope. Option A, Don Juan. Option B, The Rape of the Lock. Option C, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option D, Tess of the D'Urbervilles. The correct answer is option B, The Rape of the Lock. The Rape of the Lock fits because it is Alexander Pope's work, a mock-heroic poem using heroic couplets to satirize social vanity. Tess of the D'Urbervilles is associated with Thomas Hardy, The Importance of Being Earnest is associated with Oscar Wilde. Don Juan belongs with Lord Byron, not this author clue. Question 45. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, which term fits a passage where a comparison explicitly uses like or as? Option A, simile. Option B, paradox. Option C, metaphor. Option D, synecdoche. The correct answer is option A, simile. Simile fits because simile is the figure of comparison signaled by words such as like or as. Metaphor is wrong because metaphor implies comparison without those words. Synecdoche and paradox describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 46. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, identify the writer normally connected with Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Option A, Kazuo Ishiguro. Option B, Thomas Hardy. Option C, William Shakespeare. Option D, Ben Jonson. The correct answer is option B, Thomas Hardy. Thomas Hardy fits because Tess of the D'Urbervilles is a late Victorian tragic novel involving social judgment, fate, sexuality, and rural change. Kazuo Ishiguro is linked to The Remains of the Day, Ben Jonson is linked to Volpone. William Shakespeare points instead to Hamlet, so it does not match this clue. Question 47. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, how should a CLEP author clue for sonnets from the Portuguese be answered? Option A, Lawrence Sterne. Option B, George Herbert. Option C, Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option D, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. The correct answer is option D, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Elizabeth Barrett Browning fits because Sonnets from the Portuguese is a Victorian sonnet sequence exploring love, voice, and devotion. Lawrence Sterne is linked to Tristram Shandy, George Herbert is linked to The Temple. Percy Bysshe Shelley points instead to Ode to the West Wind, so it does not match this clue. Question 48. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, how is interlocking three-line rhyme often associated with Dante and later English adaptations usually labeled? Option A, sonnet. Option B, terza rima. Option C, dramatic monologue. Option D, tone. The correct answer is option B, terza rima. Terza rima fits because it means interlocking three-line rhyme often associated with Dante and later English adaptations. Dramatic monologue and sonnet refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Tone is also different, heroic couplet rhymes in pairs, sonnet has 14 lines, ballad stanza is narrative and song-like. Question 49. Studying a CLEP-style clue, if a poem treats a small social event with the grand language of epic, which concept is being tested? Option A, tragedy. Option B, mock epic. Option C, elegy. Option D, pastoral. The correct answer is option B, mock epic. Mock epic fits because mock epic creates comic contrast by applying epic conventions to an intentionally trivial subject. Tragedy is wrong because tragedy treats serious suffering and downfall. Elegy and pastoral describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 50. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, recognizing writing that mocks vice, folly, or corruption to criticize it points to which term? Option A, frame narrative. Option B, elegy. Option C, satire. Option D, motif. The correct answer is option C, satire. Satire fits because it means writing that mocks vice, folly, or corruption to criticize it. Frame narrative and motif refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Elegy is also different, elegy mourns loss, romance emphasizes adventure or idealized love, lyric expresses personal feeling. Question 51. Examining a CLEP-style clue, which term describes hints that prepare readers for later events? Option A, couplet. Option B, foreshadowing. Option C, epic. Option D, terza rima. The correct answer is option B, foreshadowing. Foreshadowing fits because it means hints that prepare readers for later events. Couplet and terza rima refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Epic is also different, flashback moves into the past, symbolism gives objects larger meaning, irony depends on contrast. Question 52. Considering a CLEP-style clue during character review, which work belongs with Dorothea Brooke? Option A, Middlemarch. Option B, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option C, The Pilgrim's Progress. Option D, King Lear. The correct answer is option A, Middlemarch. Dorothea Brooke is a central figure in George Eliot's realist Victorian novel. Elizabeth Bennet is Austen's heroine, Clarissa Dalloway is Wolfe's character, Satan is Milton's epic rebel. Question 53. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, which term fits a passage where a story is told by a voice whose judgments seem limited, biased, or misleading? Option A, unreliable narrator. Option B, omniscient narrator. Option C, authorial biography. Option D, objective correlative. The correct answer is option A, unreliable narrator. Unreliable narrator fits because an unreliable narrator gives readers reason to question the accuracy or fairness of the account. Omniscient narrator is wrong because omniscient narration is broadly all-knowing. Authorial biography and objective correlative describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 54. Testing a CLEP-style clue could intellectual conceits, paradox, argumentative speakers, and spiritual or erotic wit point to which literary period? Option A, metaphysical poetry. Option B, Old English poetry. Option C, Victorian realism. Option D, romantic poetry. The correct answer is option A, metaphysical poetry. Metaphysical poetry fits because it is commonly linked with intellectual conceits, paradox, argumentative speakers, and spiritual or erotic wit. Romantic poetry is different because romantic poetry favors imagination, nature, and emotional intensity. Victorian realism and Old English poetry point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 55. Comparing a CLEP-style clue among these periods, which one matches empire, decolonization, language, cultural identity, displacement, and historical memory? Option A, metaphysical poetry. Option B, post-colonial/Commonwealth. Option C, restoration. Option D, Anglo-Saxon/Old English. The correct answer is option B, post-colonial/Commonwealth. Post-colonial/Commonwealth fits because it is commonly linked with empire, decolonization, language, cultural identity, displacement, and historical memory. Restoration is different because restoration literature is linked with wit, theater, and comedy of manners. Metaphysical poetry and Anglo-Saxon/Old English point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 56. Tracing a CLEP-style clue during terminology review, which term matches a poem in which a single speaker reveals character while addressing an implied listener? Option A, dramatic monologue. Option B, alliteration. Option C, allusion. Option D, stream of consciousness. The correct answer is option A, dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue fits because it means a poem in which a single speaker reveals character while addressing an implied listener. Stream of consciousness and alliteration refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Allusion is also different. Elegy mourns the dead, epic narrates heroic action, ode is a formal lyric of praise or meditation. Question 57. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue recognizing Emily Bronte should lead to which title? Option A, Paradise Lost. Option B, Ulysses. Option C, Wuthering Heights. Option D, The Pilgrim's Progress. The correct answer is option C, Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights fits because it is Emily Bronte's work, a Gothic Victorian novel of passion, revenge, setting, and layered narration. Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan. Ulysses belongs with James Joyce, not this author clue. Question 58. Preparing a CLEP-style clue, how would a clue about Samuel Beckett most likely be answered? Option A, Preface to Shakespeare. Option B, Beowulf. Option C, Dover Beach. Option D, Waiting for Godot. The correct answer is option D, Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot fits because it is Samuel Beckett's work, an absurdist drama centered on waiting, repetition, uncertainty, and minimal action. Beowulf is associated with anonymous Old English poet. Dover Beach is associated with Matthew Arnold. Preface to Shakespeare belongs with Samuel Johnson, not this author clue. Question 59. Studying a CLEP-style clue. When a CLEP-style passage shows that a strong pause interrupts the middle of a poetic line, which answer works? Option A, caesura. Option B, enjambment. Option C, octave. Option D, assonance. The correct answer is option A, caesura. Caesura fits because caesura names a pause within a line, often marked by punctuation or a natural break in speech. Enjambment is wrong because enjambment carries syntax across a line break. Octave and assonance describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 60. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue during character review, which work belongs with Iago? Option A, 1984. Option B, lyrical ballads. Option C, Jane Eyre. Option D, Othello. The correct answer is option D, Othello. Iago is the manipulator whose deception drives Othello's jealousy. Satan belongs to Paradise Lost, Prospero belongs to The Tempest, Pip belongs to Great Expectations. Question 61. Examining a CLEP-style clue, which work includes Satan as a grand but fallen speaker? Option A, King Lear. Option B, Orinoco. Option C, Paradise Lost. Option D, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. The correct answer is option C, Paradise Lost. Milton's Satan is a central figure in the epic about rebellion and the fall. Christian belongs to the Pilgrim's Progress, Belinda belongs to the Rape of the Lock, Heathcliff belongs to Wuthering Heights. Question 62. Identify the writer normally connected with Wuthering Heights. Option A, George Orwell. Option B, Emily Bronte. Option C, Jonathan Swift. Option D, Oscar Wilde. The correct answer is option B, Emily Bronte. Emily Bronte fits because Wuthering Heights is a Gothic Victorian novel of passion, revenge, setting, and layered narration. Jonathan Swift is linked to Gulliver's Travels, Oscar Wilde is linked to the importance of being earnest. George Orwell points instead to 1984, so it does not match this clue. Question 63. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue among these choices, which one explains a passage where a 14-line poem divides into an octave and sestet? Option A, Petrarchan sonnet. Option B, villanelle. Option C, ballad. Option D, Shakespearean sonnet. The correct answer is option A, Petrarchan sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet fits because the Petrarchan sonnet usually turns between an 8-line octave and a 6-line sestet. Shakespearean sonnet is wrong because Shakespearean sonnets use 3 quatrains and a closing couplet. Ballad and villanelle describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 64. Testing a CLEP-style clue. How should a reader label a passage where a prose passage ridicules pride and social corruption to criticize them? Option A, romance. Option B, satire. Option C, ode. Option D, elegy. The correct answer is option B, satire. Satire fits because satire uses ridicule, irony, and exaggeration to expose vice or folly. Elegy is wrong because elegy laments loss. Romance and ode describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 65. Comparing a CLEP-style clue on a CLEP study card, which writer belongs with L.E. Mort d'Arthur? Option A, Sir Thomas Malory. Option B, John Milton. Option C, John Donne. Option D, Jane Austen. The correct answer is option A, Sir Thomas Malory. Sir Thomas Malory fits because L.E. Mort d'Arthur is a prose romance that gathers Arthurian legends of knights, quests, and chivalry. Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice, John Milton is linked to Paradise Lost. John Donne points instead to holy sonnets, so it does not match this clue. Question 66. Tracing a CLEP-style clue during terminology review, which term matches the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject? Option A, sonnet. Option B, sestet. Option C, tragedy. Option D, tone. The correct answer is option D, tone. Tone fits because it means the speaker's or author's attitude toward the subject. Sestet and tragedy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Sonnet is also different. Mood is the feeling created in the reader, plot is event sequence, meter is rhythmic pattern. Question 67. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue. How should a character clue about J. Alfred Prufrock be answered? Option A, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Option B, In Memoriam AHH. Option C, The Golden Notebook. Option D, Volpone. The correct answer is option A, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Prufrock is Eliot's self-conscious speaker associated with modern alienation and paralysis. Beowulf is an epic hero, Gulliver is Swift's traveler, Othello is Shakespeare's tragic general. Question 68. Preparing a CLEP-style clue during author review, which writer belongs with Frankenstein? Option A. John Keats. Option B. Ben Jonson. Option C. Mary Shelley. Option D. D.H. Lawrence. The correct answer is option C. Mary Shelley. Mary Shelley fits because Frankenstein is a gothic and romantic novel about creation, responsibility, isolation, and ambition. John Keats is linked to Ode on a Grecian Urn. D.H. Lawrence is linked to Sons and Lovers. Ben Jonson points instead to Volpone, so it does not match this clue. Question 69. Studying a CLEP-style clue, study cards should connect Percy Bysshe Shelley with which work? Option A. The Remains of the Day. Option B. Ode to the West Wind. Option C. Hamlet. Option D. Olmrose. The correct answer is option B. Ode to the West Wind. Ode to the West Wind fits because it is Percy Bysshe Shelley's work, a romantic ode that treats nature as destructive, creative, and revolutionary power. Hamlet is associated with William Shakespeare. Olmrose is associated with Derek Walcott. The Remains of the Day belongs with Kazuo Ishiguro, not this author clue. Question 70. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue when Pip and Miss Havisham appears in a CLEP-style item, which work fits? Option A. The Golden Notebook. Option B. Great Expectations. Option C. North. Option D. Tom Jones. The correct answer is option B. Great Expectations. Pip and Miss Havisham belong to Dickens's Victorian novel about class, guilt, and moral growth. Tess belongs to Hardy, Stephen Dedalus belongs to Joyce, Okonkwo belongs to Achebe. Question 71. Examining a CLEP-style clue, can a CLEP item about William Shakespeare point to which work? Option A. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option B. Sonnets. Option C. The Golden Notebook. Option D. Paradise Lost. The correct answer is option B. Sonnets. Sonnets fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a sonnet sequence often tested for rhyme scheme, love, time, beauty, and mortality. The Golden Notebook is associated with Doris Lessing. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Paradise Lost belongs with John Milton, not this author clue. Question 72. Considering a CLEP-style clue during author review, which writer belongs with Hard Times? Option A. Salman Rushdie. Option B. Charles Dickens. Option C. Alfred, Lord Tennyson. Option D. John Keats. The correct answer is option B. Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens fits because Hard Times is a Victorian social problem novel criticizing industrial utilitarianism and dehumanizing education. John Keats is linked to Ode on a Grecian Urn. Alfred, Lord Tennyson is linked to In Memoriam AHH. Salman Rushdie points instead to Midnight's Children, so it does not match this clue. Question 73. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue if a clue names Waiting for Godot, which author is expected? Option A. Samuel Beckett. Option B. William Shakespeare. Option C. Percy Bysshe Shelley. Option D. Derek Walcott. The correct answer is option A. Samuel Beckett. Samuel Beckett fits because Waiting for Godot is an absurdist drama centered on waiting, repetition, uncertainty, and minimal action. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet. Derek Walcott is linked to Olmrose. Percy Bysshe Shelley points instead to Ode to the West Wind, so it does not match this clue. Question 74. When a passage shows a work that applies epic style to a trivial subject for comic or satiric effect, which term fits? Option A. Conceit. Option B. Enjambment. Option C. Terza rima. Option D. Mock epic. The correct answer is option D. Mock epic. Mock epic fits because it means a work that applies epic style to a trivial subject for comic or satiric effect. Conceit and enjambment refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Terza rima is also different. Tragedy centers on serious downfall, pastoral idealizes rural life, elegy mourns loss. Question 75. Comparing a CLEP-style clue, how should a clue about imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience be classified? Option A. Victorian. Option B. Neoclassical. Option C. Romantic. Option D. Restoration. The correct answer is option C. Romantic. Romantic fits because it is commonly linked with imagination, nature, emotion, the ordinary person, and the value of individual experience. Neoclassical is different because neoclassical literature values order, satire, and rational polish. Restoration and Victorian point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 76. Tracing a CLEP-style clue during period review, which label matches humanism, courtly culture, sonnets, revenge tragedy, and flourishing drama? Option A, Anglo-Saxon/Old English. Option B, Renaissance. Option C, Neoclassical. Option D, Modernism. The correct answer is option B, Renaissance. Renaissance fits because it is commonly linked with humanism, courtly culture, sonnets, revenge tragedy, and flourishing drama. Anglo-Saxon/Old English is different because Old English literature is known for heroic epic and alliterative verse. Neoclassical and modernism point to other historical patterns, so they do not match this clue. Question 77. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue, spotting that a poem presents shepherds and rural life as simple, peaceful, and ideal should lead to which term? Option A, modernism. Option B, pastoral. Option C, satire. Option D, Gothic. The correct answer is option B, pastoral. Pastoral fits because pastoral literature idealizes rural settings and often contrasts them with court or city life. Gothic is wrong because Gothic emphasizes terror and mystery. Satire and modernism describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 78. Preparing a CLEP-style clue if you see William Shakespeare, which title should you remember? Option A, The Faerie Queen. Option B, King Lear. Option C, Jane Eyre. Option D, Hamlet. The correct answer is option D, Hamlet. Hamlet fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a revenge tragedy centered on delay, conscience, performance, and corruption. The Faerie Queen is associated with Edmund Spenser. King Lear is associated with William Shakespeare. Jane Eyre belongs with Charlotte Bronte, not this author clue. Question 79. Studying a CLEP-style clue during character review, which work belongs with Grendel? Option A, L.E. Morte d'Arthur. Option B, North. Option C, Frankenstein. Option D, Beowulf. The correct answer is option D, Beowulf. Grendel is one of the monsters defeated by the hero in the Old English epic. The Canterbury Tales uses pilgrims, not monster combat. Paradise Lost centers on the fall. Wuthering Heights is a Victorian Gothic novel. Question 80. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to Salman Rushdie? Option A, The Temple. Option B, To His Coy Mistress. Option C, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option D, Midnight's Children. The correct answer is option D, Midnight's Children. Midnight's Children fits because it is Salman Rushdie's work, a post-colonial novel using magical realism to connect personal and national history. The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. To His Coy Mistress is associated with Andrew Marvell. The Temple belongs with George Herbert, not this author clue. Question 81. Examining a CLEP-style clue, can you identify the technique when a poem follows 3 quatrains and a final rhyming couplet? Option A, Shakespearean sonnet. Option B, epic. Option C, ode. Option D, Petrarchan sonnet. The correct answer is option A, Shakespearean sonnet. Shakespearean sonnet fits because the Shakespearean sonnet organizes 14 lines into 3 quatrains and a concluding couplet. Petrarchan sonnet is wrong because Petrarchan sonnets divide into octave and sestet. Ode and epic describe different features, so they do not fit this clue. Question 82. Considering a CLEP-style clue among these terms, which one names the continuation of a sentence beyond the end of a poetic line? Option A, enjambment. Option B, ode. Option C, free indirect discourse. Option D, alliteration. The correct answer is option A, enjambment. Enjambment fits because it means the continuation of a sentence beyond the end of a poetic line. Alliteration and ode refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Free indirect discourse is also different. Caesura is a pause within a line, and stopping completes a sentence at line end. Allusion is a reference. Question 83. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, choose the work most closely linked with William Blake. Option A, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Option B, Ulysses. Option C, Mrs. Dalloway. Option D, The Remains of the Day. The correct answer is option A, Songs of Innocence and Experience. Songs of Innocence and Experience fits because it is William Blake's work, visionary poems contrasting innocence, experience, social oppression and spiritual perception. Ulysses is associated with James Joyce, Mrs. Dalloway is associated with Virginia Woolf. The Remains of the Day belongs with Kazuo Ishiguro, not this author clue. Question 84. Testing a CLEP-style clue during author review, which writer belongs with 1984? Option A, Christopher Marlowe. Option B, Henry Fielding. Option C, Chinua Achebe. Option D, George Orwell. The correct answer is option D, George Orwell. George Orwell fits because 1984 is a dystopian political novel about surveillance, language control and totalitarian power. Christopher Marlowe is linked to Dr. Faustus, Henry Fielding is linked to Tom Jones. Chinua Achebe points instead to Things Fall Apart, so it does not match this clue. Question 85. Comparing a CLEP-style clue during work matching, which title belongs to Virginia Woolf? Option A, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Option B, Midnight's Children. Option C, Orinoco. Option D, Mrs. Dalloway. The correct answer is option D, Mrs. Dalloway. Mrs. Dalloway fits because it is Virginia Woolf's work, a modernist novel using stream of consciousness, memory, and a single-day structure. Midnight's Children is associated with Salman Rushdie, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner is associated with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Orinoco belongs with Aphra Behn, not this author clue. Question 86. Tracing a CLEP-style clue, recall which author is known for Troilus and Cressida. Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, Lawrence Sterne. Option C, Geoffrey Chaucer. Option D, Percy Bysshe Shelley. The correct answer is option C, Geoffrey Chaucer. Geoffrey Chaucer fits because Troilus and Cressida is a Middle English narrative poem focused on love, fortune, and betrayal. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, Lawrence Sterne is linked to Tristram Shandy. Percy Bysshe Shelley points instead to Ode to the West Wind, so it does not match this clue. Question 87. Who wrote Orinoco? Option A, Aphra Behn. Option B, Alexander Pope. Option C, Samuel Taylor Coleridge. Option D, W.B. Yeats. The correct answer is option A, Aphra Behn. Aphra Behn fits because Orinoco is an early prose narrative associated with colonialism, slavery, and heroic romance. W.B. Yeats is linked to The Second Coming, Samuel Taylor Coleridge is linked to The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Alexander Pope points instead to The Rape of the Lock, so it does not match this clue. Question 88. Preparing a CLEP-style clue during author review, which writer belongs with the Golden Notebook? Option A, Doris Lessing. Option B, Jane Austen. Option C, Salman Rushdie. Option D, Derek Walcott. The correct answer is option A, Doris Lessing. Doris Lessing fits because The Golden Notebook is a post-war experimental novel linked with fragmentation, politics, identity, and women's experience. Salman Rushdie is linked to Midnight's Children, Jane Austen is linked to Pride and Prejudice. Derek Walcott points instead to Ownrose, so it does not match this clue. Question 89. Studying a CLEP-style clue. If a clue names Paradise Lost, which author is expected? Option A, Lord Byron. Option B, Robert Browning. Option C, John Milton. Option D, John Donne. The correct answer is option C, John Milton. John Milton fits because Paradise Lost is a blank verse epic on the fall, Satan, obedience, free will, and divine justice. Lord Byron is linked to Don Juan, Robert Browning is linked to My Last Duchess. John Donne points instead to Holy Sonnets, so it does not match this clue. Question 90. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue, which work is tied to William Shakespeare? Option A, Waiting for Godot. Option B, King Lear. Option C, The Golden Notebook. Option D, Don Juan. The correct answer is option B, King Lear. King Lear fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a tragedy about authority, family betrayal, madness, and suffering. Waiting for Godot is associated with Samuel Beckett, The Golden Notebook is associated with Doris Lessing. Don Juan belongs with Lord Byron, not this author clue. Question 91. Examining a CLEP-style clue, can you name the literary term for an extended, surprising, intellectually elaborate comparison? Option A, conceit. Option B, symbolism. Option C, metonymy. Option D, paradox. The correct answer is option A, conceit. Conceit fits because it means an extended, surprising, intellectually elaborate comparison. Paradox and metonymy refer to different literary concepts, not this exact clue. Symbolism is also different, simile uses like or as, understatement deliberately minimizes, pastoral idealizes rural life. Question 92. Considering a CLEP-style clue among these works, which one is by William Shakespeare? Option A, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Option B, The Pilgrim's Progress. Option C, Beowulf. Option D, Dr. Faustus. The correct answer is option A, A Midsummer Night's Dream. A Midsummer Night's Dream fits because it is William Shakespeare's work, a comedy that mixes lovers, fairies, mistaken identities, and theatrical play. Beowulf is associated with anonymous Old English poet. The Pilgrim's Progress is associated with John Bunyan. Dr. Faustus belongs with Christopher Marlowe, not this author clue. Question 93. Reviewing a CLEP-style clue, choose the work most closely linked with Oscar Wilde. Option A, Preface to Shakespeare. Option B, The Importance of Being Earnest. Option C, Paradise Lost. Option D, King Lear. The correct answer is option B, The Importance of Being Earnest. The Importance of Being Earnest fits because it is Oscar Wilde's work, a late Victorian comedy of manners built on wit, double identities, and social satire. King Lear is associated with William Shakespeare. Paradise Lost is associated with John Milton. Preface to Shakespeare belongs with Samuel Johnson, not this author clue. Question 94. Testing a CLEP-style clue. When Lemuel Gulliver appears in a CLEP-style item, which work fits? Option A, Sonnets from the Portuguese. Option B, Sonnets. Option C, The Temple. Option D, Gulliver's Travels. The correct answer is option D, Gulliver's Travels. Gulliver is the traveler through Swift's satiric worlds. Crusoe belongs to Defoe, Elizabeth Bennet belongs to Austen, Estragon belongs to Beckett. Question 95. Comparing a CLEP-style clue. Who wrote The Rape of the Lock? Option A, William Shakespeare. Option B, John Milton. Option C, Joseph Conrad. Option D, Alexander Pope. The correct answer is option D, Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope fits because The Rape of the Lock is a mock-heroic poem using heroic couplets to satirize social vanity. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, John Milton is linked to Paradise Lost. Joseph Conrad points instead to Heart of Darkness, so it does not match this clue. Question 96. Which work includes Elizabeth Bennet? Option A, The Temple. Option B, The Rape of the Lock. Option C, Sonnets from the Portuguese. Option D, Pride and Prejudice. The correct answer is option D, Pride and Prejudice. Elizabeth Bennet is Austen's witty heroine in a novel of manners. Dorothea Brooke belongs to Middlemarch, Clarissa Dalloway belongs to Mrs. Dalloway, Ophelia belongs to Hamlet. Question 97. Interpreting a CLEP-style clue. If a clue names the wasteland, which author is expected? Option A, T.S. Eliot. Option B, William Shakespeare. Option C, Aphra Behn. Option D, Alexander Pope. The correct answer is option A, T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot fits because The Wasteland is a modernist poem marked by fragmentation, illusion, spiritual dryness, and cultural crisis. William Shakespeare is linked to Hamlet, Alexander Pope is linked to The Rape of the Lock. Aphra Behn points instead to Orinoco, so it does not match this clue. Question 98. Preparing a CLEP-style clue. If you see Lord Byron, which title should you remember? Option A, The Remains of the Day. Option B, Lyrical Ballads. Option C, Ellie Morte d'Arthur. Option D, Don Juan. The correct answer is option D, Don Juan. Don Juan fits because it is Lord Byron's work, a witty satirical verse narrative associated with the Byronic voice and social critique. The Remains of the Day is associated with Kazuo Ishiguro. Ellie Morte d'Arthur is associated with Sir Thomas Malory. Lyrical Ballads belongs with William Wordsworth, not this author clue. Question 99. Studying a CLEP-style clue. Which author is most closely associated with Beowulf? Option A, Anonymous Old English poet. Option B, W.B. Yeats. Option C, Aphra Behn. Option D, Elizabeth Barrett Browning. The correct answer is option A, Anonymous Old English poet. Anonymous Old English poet fits because Beowulf is an Anglo-Saxon heroic epic built around monsters, loyalty, fame, and alliterative verse. W.B. Yeats is linked to The Second Coming. Aphra Behn is linked to Orinoco. Elizabeth Barrett Browning points instead to Sonnets from the Portuguese, so it does not match this clue. Question 100. Recognizing a CLEP-style clue. Can a CLEP item about George Herbert point to which work? Option A, Sonnets. Option B, Wuthering Heights. Option C, The Temple. Option D, Mrs. Dalloway. The correct answer is option C, The Temple. The Temple fits because it is George Herbert's work, a collection of devotional metaphysical poems shaped by faith, pattern, and spiritual conflict. Wuthering Heights is associated with Emily Bronte, Mrs. Dalloway is associated with Virginia Woolf. Sonnets belongs with William Shakespeare, not this author clue.